Welcome to Average Dude's Slow Pitch.
Yo, Hunter with Average Dude's Slow Pitch. Today we're getting a chance to bring out the all-new Headbanger exclusive Miken HB12 one-piece. You probably remember a similar paint job, two-piece model dropped early in the year. Felt really good, obviously pretty high up there on our rankings this year. Or with this model, again, one-piece, 12.5-inch barrel, max load, so that half-ounce end load. We'll throw some 52s on here, just kind of test that performance. We've seen some pretty good performance with one pieces, so not really expecting anything differently there. Then we'll go with our normal kind of Pro Ms that we always do, 44 375s, all USSSA stamped balls. If you kind of saw Chef's video he dropped recently, you can see how a 44 375 that has the USSSA stamp versus doesn't can perform drastically different, so that's why we use, obviously, all USSSA stamped balls. Either way, let's get our swings on this one, see how it performs, come back, final compression, final thoughts. All right, let's see where the HB12 one-piece Miken's testing at. Obviously, early in the year, they dropped a two-piece version of this bat. And this one's starting right at about 240, 245. I'm going to quarter turn one time, see where it's at. We did check the tester before doing the compressions here on a couple bats for videos we're doing today. It's good to go as far as that goes. Again, here in New Mexico, elevation, we do see about 10 to 15 PSI lower. So again, 245-ish. Again, I'd guess this is probably closer to 250, 255. Either way, we'll get our swings on there, some 52s, Pro Ms, and then come back with final compression, final thoughts. All right, we got the Miken HB12 again from Headbanger Sports exclusive device. This is the one-piece model. Two-piece dropped obviously early in the year. 12.5-inch barrel, max load. We're going straight into Pro Ms this one, all USSSA stamped 44 375. So let's see what it does for us.
103 miles per hour.
Oh boy, all right there. All righty then.
84 miles per hour.
Oh, 84 flick.
94 miles per hour.
I'm not here, I'll take pressure off, Wally.
88 miles per hour.
Yeah. When this thing opens up, that'd be a questionable gamer.
107 miles per hour.
So it's got a very good feedback so far. Again, this is the same specs that KP's Lime Green dropped earlier in the year. And the only difference with these first handful of swings, to me, KP's felt a little stiffer straight out of the wrapper. This one feels like the sweet spot's already starting a little bit bigger. Again, it could be paint job, could be the way they did the fibers, who knows. Could be a different platform, who knows what they're doing with that one. Because obviously KP's also had his 873 drop since then, which I know that was a 12.75 barrel, but so far, sweet spot's real good on this one and very easy to control. This is a 27 ounce, feels pretty darn true. We'll obviously keep going here, see what everyone thinks about it, but if this thing opens up more and is holding compression, this is gonna be pretty nasty.
85 miles per hour.
Piece that one for staying in.
Yeah. This thing feels good right away.
Sounds pretty solid.
Yeah, it feels ready to go right away.
88 miles per hour. 97 miles per hour.
There's towards the end of the bat. And we still short up our fence. So yeah, definitely starting really forgiving for a one piece, but that stiffer one piece feel gives you good feedback on where you're catching that ball.
86 miles per hour.
And that thing pretty much knuckled past you. Yeah, dude. So
92 miles per hour. 98 miles per hour.
That was a little low of the sweet spot. And it's still carried up and out of here. So again, lots of forgiveness. It is starting to web a little bit already, which is kind of nice. Hopefully that means barrel's gonna open up pretty quick, but so far, I mean, you could game this thing straight out of the wrapper. It does feel a little stiff.
104 miles per hour.
You could definitely game this thing out of the wrapper. However, I would probably get some swings on it, 40, 50 swings. Obviously, we'll see what the compression does for us, but this is a real nice option here with a good blend of overall stiffness while still giving just enough forgiveness and the feedback you want to know where you're catching that ball.
85 miles per hour. 98 miles per hour. 109 miles per hour.
Jeez.
96 miles per hour.
Peace.
91 miles per hour.
There was a 90.
That's gas. That's gas.
92 miles per hour.
I like it. I don't know, maybe just my timing or maybe the bat specs just don't really fit me, but I didn't feel like I caught very many on the sweet spot like I did with the other bats we were swinging today. But when I did, I knew it. Got to 98, which was hotter than the other bats I was swinging, so it's definitely got some pop if you catch it on the sweet spot. I like the crack of it. Feels good. Even the misses, I got some good carry. So that's definitely a good bat.
105 miles per hour.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a con at all, I guess it's got a very stiff type of feel. So like that one, I thought the way it came off, I would have thought it was sweet spot, but with the stiffness, I think I might have caught it a little bit low. So going back, yeah, the sweet spot feels a little bit larger than, like I said, maybe KP's lime green to start, but it definitely still needs some opening up of that sweet spot. But if that's the forgiveness we're gonna get when you don't catch perfect sweet spot right now, can't complain about that at all. We're gonna go a little middle backside here on a couple of these swings before we wrap it up. So if you're wondering why the camera moved, it's so that you can actually see the rest of the field here.
108 miles per hour.
Sheesh. Oh, that was it too. I just missed. Is it on top of the bathroom? Either bounce onto the top of the bathroom or on top, but either way, for missing that ball real high and not even getting a register off the radar, that thing carried real well. Which that reminds me, if we're gonna do this, probably move the radar for a few swings so it's actually correct. But
107 miles per hour.
this thing's so easy to control, and you don't have to swing very hard. I mean, it's doing all the work for you.
98 miles per hour.
Oh my goodness. Well, that might be the first one we hit. That might be the first one we hit all the way into the pickleball courts. Oh my goodness. Dude, we need to start doing this more often. I think I can probably get a ball into the pickleball courts one of these days.
$110 miles per hour. $101 miles per hour.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh man. We'll get one more good one and I'll wrap this thing up.
107 miles per hour. 98 miles per hour.
Yeah, we're done. That's it. I mean, again, the Headbanger exclusive Miken HB12 Vice, the one-piece model. You saw it there. You saw everyone swings with it. I mean, it's got a great sound to it. Sweet spot's definitely starting to open up, as we talked about. Be interested to see what the compression does for us, but so easy to control. The half-ounce end load is just right to really help it through the zone, get the velo, get the carry, everything you want off of it. And then obviously, as we saw there, trying to go backside middle, easy to control. Ball jumps off this thing. Everyone seemed to really like it. It was Andrew approved, seeing as he got to, for him, it's 90 plus, makes it Andrew approved. And we got there with this one as well. But we'll get this thing back to the house, final compression, and then just give you some real quick final thoughts. All right, moment of truth. Let's see where the HB12 one piece is testing at. This thing felt really good, as everyone kind of mentioned. Interested to see if this is more of a game ready bat. Didn't need this many swings. I can almost guarantee it didn't need this many swings. But for the purpose of the video, that's obviously what we do here. And yeah, probably 230, a little under 230. Yeah, probably 230-ish. Maybe a hair under there. Let's quarter turn one time, see what we get. So a reminder here at New Mexico, that 38-ish, 3,900 feet that we're at, we do see typically from like sea level places about a 10 PSI drop off. So that would put that one right at about 240 on that side. And on this side, we are dead on 240. So you're looking at anywhere between, obviously on our tester, 230 to 240. But outside of kind of the elevation here, and then obviously testers can be different from one place to another, which I know is super unfortunate, but you could be looking anywhere between kind of that 240, 250, if not even 260 range. But either way, with how this one felt, we talked about it a little bit there. We'll wrap it up real quick here in the final thoughts, but definitely a game-ready bat that does not need this many swings. Stay tuned for the final thoughts, and we'll wrap this thing up. All right, and that's going to wrap it up for the Headbanger exclusive Miken HB12. Again, this is that one piece. Obviously, there was a two piece earlier in the year. This is a 12.5-inch barrel max load, so that's that half-ounce end load. And we talked about it a whole bunch throughout the video. I'm going to kind of keep this short and quick for you, but I thought it had a really good feel. To me, the green KP23, and the reason I'm bringing that one up is same specs from earlier in the year. It needed a little bit of break-in, had a little bit of a stiffer feel. This one, to me, reminded me a little bit of the two-piece from earlier in the year of this HB12 model, but with that little bit of extra stiffness for a one-piece, to where you're still getting kind of two-piece feedback with close to that one-piece stiffness, so you can really see that uptick in performance, get good feedback while having good forgiveness, good performance, all those kinds of things as well. If you saw the one con there at the end was kind of the compression piece, but that really only matters if you're somebody who cares about compression. And then with that being said, I think it felt so good out of the wrapper that you could go out there, get you 10, 20, maybe 30 swings while rotating this barrel, put it away, and it's going to be pretty much gas. It didn't feel like there was a huge increase in performance from like swing 20 on to when we got up to that kind of 100+ swings at that point. And with that being said too, if you have 52s, obviously swing those, and that'll allow the bat to last a whole lot longer. We've had this discussion with people before, but again, 100 BP swings is nowhere near the equivalent of 100 game swings. Perfect example I use is when we do reviews with like the MR1 that I currently game, we can get 20, 30 swings in BP and that bat be failing. However, I'll get personally through, on average right now, 4 to 6 tournaments with the hardcores in the stadiums we use at conference. And then I've gotten 6, 7, even 8 tournaments with some of the BSC type balls that we're using, depending what we're using, military ball, things like that. And so when we factor that kind of piece in, that obviously pushes us well over that 100 swing, or that 20 to 30 swing mark we're getting in BP. So just kind of keep that in mind. Protect your bats. If you pick this one up and you need something that does pass, just understand not a ton of BP swings. Take just a few, get comfortable with it, put it away. Thing will be absolutely gas for you. This will be dropping next week. That's going to be, I should have had this memorized already, right around the 29th of June, I believe is next Wednesday. Hopefully if I got that wrong, you'll see it on the screen now during the editing portion. But either way, exclusive again to headbangersports.com. You can use discount code ADS to save. There's also a link down in the description to take you straight there. Allow you to throw that code in, save you some money at checkout. If you want help ordering it, just reach out. We'll help you out, especially if you want like expedited shipping, something like that. With it being what should be a Wednesday release, let's say you need it by the weekend, we can get you overnight shipping, I believe, for like $20. 2-day shipping, I think, is 10 nowadays. So if you need help with that, just reach out. Do our best to get you best price, best shipping. Either way, hopefully you enjoy the video. Hopefully it's helped you decide if you want to grab this, maybe a different model, whatever it may be. Regardless, we appreciate you supporting the channel. Have a great day.
Thank you for watching Average Dude's Slow Pitch. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more content.